Hi friends. So today I wanted to talk about a little event that happened recently that made me think about what is it that other people in the company don't know that I don't know. And that's a bit confusing. But I guess what I'm trying to say in other words is what is it that they think they know that I don't know? Or what is it that they think they know that I know, which I actually don't know? I think that makes sense. Um, uh, anyway, the event that made me think about this situation was, I guess, within maybe older companies, this might be a common practice, but I guess they had a system in which they kind of pass around a piece of paper that has a notice which they want everyone within the company to make sure to read. And then there's another piece of paper attached to it with uh, all the people within the department or group's names on it, where they could leave a check mark so that when the HR representative, I think, collects it at the end, they can check that everyone read the notice. But this system was very foreign to me. I've never experienced it or heard of it before. And later on, I talked to a friend, and I guess it does exist in, other places. So maybe it's a common practice I just never been exposed to. But again, me not knowing about it, I was really confused when I was first handed this sheet of paper. And I was also confused because I couldn't really read it properly because it had a word. I've already forgotten what the word is. That's really bad. Oops. But I guess it's a name for the type of notice that gets passed around. It has a unique name to it. But anyways, after translating what it was saying, it pretty much was. I think it was talking about some update in policy or something that they wanted to make sure people read, and the policy update was online. But initially, I was just absolutely confused as to what it was and why I needed to get this paper to kind of go online to check something. And anyways, I kind of, before checking anything off, I wanted to make sure that I was checking it off for the right reason after understanding what it was for. And when I asked someone, they were kind of confused too because I guess for them it's a very obvious system, so it's just like, oh, come on, just read it and check your name. But for me, I was just confused. I just wanted to double check, and they kind of saw my confusion, and so they explained to me. I think they thought that they realized what I was lost about, and so they're explaining, oh, you know, we don't print this notice and hand it out to everyone because it's wasting paper. So we have the system to, print just one copy and then pass it around and have everyone check. That way we don't waste paper. Which I guess that kind of made me more confused at first because that wasn't my question, and that wasn't supposed to be what my question was about initially. But now they were talking about saving paper while they were kind of handing out a paper that told me to go online to check for the update, which I felt like they could have just sent by email. But anyways, there's a bit more confusion from that, and then after talking, they realized that I was confused about the system in the first place, so they explained the system to me, and then everything cleared up and everything was fine, and now I understand the system. But you know that situation kind of made me realize that there were times where people didn't know what I didn't know, and then they thought they knew what I didn't know, which wasn't what I did. It wasn't the thing that I didn't know. It was something else that I didn't know, but I guess I also technically didn't know about this. So it's just communication is hard, and going into a new environment could be really difficult. And I just kind of thought about how this kind of situation could happen even more when, there could be a lot of information that one needs to know. So it was a nice moment for me to kind of think about how I can plan going forward to prepare for potential situations like this where there's confusions on things that people accidentally assume I don't know. And I also need to figure out what it is that I actually need to know versus what they think I should know. Not saying that what they think I should know isn't something I need to know, but I also feel like there's going to be certain situations where I'm going to need to prioritize things over other things because I know myself the most, and I realize, there are things that I could absorb faster than other things, and when there's too much information I need to absorb, I need to prioritize. So not that I'm going to ignore things that I don't think is necessary. I'm still going to absorb, but I'll just absorb based on different prioritization and speed that I'm capable of. Anyways, yeah. So those are my thoughts of the day in regards to some events that have occurred, and I thought I'd share with you. Anyways, thanks for listening as always, and I'll share more events in the near future. Ciao.